Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Owen Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. I'm having a real hard time with this pen lately. The nib seems to be out of alignment. And then I will put it in alignment, and then it will come back out of alignment. And now it's back out of alignment again. I don't know what the hell. Alright, here is our ink of the day. Today we're having a nice red colored ink. It's very vibrant on the page. Hello, Vermilion Tea. How are you doing today? Yay, you made it on time. How exciting is that? You're doing good? That's good. This is a nice bright red ink. Here's our ink swatch. Water resistance test shows it has a little bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope for fear it won't wash away. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I don't really see any funny colors coming out. It's just red. So that's good. This may be TMI, but if you don't like to hear insane things, perhaps cover your ears for 5 seconds. But I just banged my elbow on the thing, and it's the same color as my internal fluids, I will say. Isn't that crazy? Freaking bang I was bending down to get something, and as I got up, I smacked my elbow right on the corner of my table. Brilliant scientist. This is probably one of the most fluidy flavored inks of the Birmingham pen company. Most of them are pretty dry. I find that a lot of them feel kind of rough coming out of a pen. But this one, it is a total fire hydrant, let me tell you. It was so wet, I didn't think it was ever going to dry, though. But eventually they dry, so it's not really a page turner right away, so be careful if you're thinking thoughts about using it. Okay, this is the pen. Let me put some gloves on so I can have some friction. Okay, this is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. There is no feathering and a minimal amount of ghosting or bleed through. Lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Tiniest bit. This is a super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Had a real hard time getting it to grab the page. I don't know if it was my pen or not, so a little bit of ghosting. This is Moleskin 70 GSM, feathered like a chicken, bled to the page. Field Notes Journal. This one also has a little bit of feathering, bled to the page. This is a very wet ink. We've been having a lot of very wet inks lately. Except for those other ones that were permanent. This is Colt Pen's 120 GSM paper. Looks more maroon than garnet. It's definitely red. When I think of red, this is the color I think of. It's almost the same color as my Wing Sung 630. I feel like I'm trying to... Yep, that's why. Colt Pen's 120 GSM. Minimal feathering, a little bit of bleed through, and no ghosting. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting right there. Idea notebook. Minimal amount of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is 68 GSM Tumaway River. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Midori MD paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Eco Jot. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. I find this eco paper, or the recycled paper, is not very good for fountain pen ink. Maybe for pencil or ballpoint, but not so much for fountain pen. Alright. This actually looks almost like the same color as this ink. This is Office Depot Office Max. A little bit of feathering, bled to the page. Cosmo Airlight 75 GSM. A little bit of shading, a little bit of smush, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Don't fall over, I'll be very cross. Alright, journal from the Dollar Tree. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Marumon Namasane 80 GSM dot grid. Tiniest bit of shading, a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is black and red Oxford Optic paper. No feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Does black and red even make Oxford Optic paper anymore? I heard a rumor that they weren't going to be making Oxford Optic paper anymore. Oh no, they still are. Never mind. Maybe it was another company I'm thinking about. I'm gonna sneeze, excuse me. Whew, almost blew a gasket. Alright, this is Saustrine Greens All Over the World. Handles Company. A little bit of shading, no real feathering, no real bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of shading, no real feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering. Little bits of bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. This is Archer and Olive 160 GSM notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no real feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent paper. New Eco. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Yeah, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. Pen and Gear Poly Composition Book from Walmart.com. A little bit of shading, no real feathering, little bit of ghosting, no bleed through. Excellent. Up and Up Wide Ruled Composition Book from Target.com. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, heavy ghosting though. This is True Red Composition Book from Staples.com. True Red, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is CD15 Apica notebook paper, 81.4 GSM. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Milky Color Drawing Paper from Daiso. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Wait a minute. Yeah, no ghosting. This is View Corona 52 GSM. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tomoe River. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Pelican Hub notebook paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I don't know what that is. Smoky Color Drawing Paper from Daiso. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. Don't notice my fat finger swipe at the end. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Mead 5-star notebook paper. A little bit of shading, feathered like a chicken, bled to the page. Pen and Gear heavyweight notebook paper from Walmart.com. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is the kind of paper I want more people to make. This heavyweight notebook paper that you can see real good on one side, it doesn't bleed, and then you can't see through the paper to the other side. It's the most excellent paper. For $1.97, you can't beat it. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of ghosting. JNB Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. No feathering, no bleeding, heavy ghosting. Original Crown Mill 100 GSM notebook paper. I'm sorry, this is Original Crown Mill 100 GSM laid paper. A little bit of shading, barely any feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. A little bit of shading, barely any feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is another one that's really good. If you like a pad type of paper that you can tear off the pages, it's very long though. It's like 14 inches long. It's over 30 centimeters. $17, $18, yeah, almost 30 centimeters. Yeah, that's 30 centimeters. That's almost a foot. Is it a foot? 11 and a half, 11 and 3/4 of an inch, 29 and a half centimeters. Why is it showing a different? What the hell? Oh, it is 29 and a half centimeters. Almost 30 centimeters. Something to consider. And just for giggles, vintage mead. No, a little bit of shading, no, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay. Let's do a comparison panel. There we go. Okay. Let's do a comparison panel. See where this ink lies. This is a red ink. I'm gonna move this box. It's always in my way. Okay, let's take a look at some red inks. Move it out of my way so I don't boop the camera. It's my favorite pastime. Hi, Hobbs. How are you doing today? How you been? How you been? This is a pink ink. I don't know what that's doing in there. Iron. Okay. Uh-oh. Stay down. Noodler's Cayenne's kind of close. Le Bon Aries is kind of close. Sorry, I keep booping the camera around. Ooh, Thief's Red is kind of close. Rattler's Red Eel is a little darker, but kind of close. Scharlach and Von Janstein is kind of close. Delta Red is kind of close. Cardinal Red is getting kind of close. Diatomentus document red is kind of close. Inferno red is getting kind of close. Actually, Krishna primary red's getting kind of close. This Cali Inks Burgundy's getting kind of close. It's weird because some of these will look close to my eye, but then I look in the camera and they look totally different colors. Like this tinsel, it looks the same to my eye, but the camera shows this one just a tiniest bit more bluer or purplier. This lavender looks close to my eye, but this one looks more orange in the camera. Cayenne's definitely more orange. Ruby's kind of close. Red shift is... Lavender red is getting kind of close. No. Okay. Well. There we have that. What did you guys think about today's review? Do you have this ink? Are you thinking thoughts about getting this ink? Let me know what your thoughts of this ink are in the comment section below. Well, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, we are having a Zoom calligraphy class. If anybody is interested, we will be on Zoom at 2 p.m. You can find the link on Instagram. So if anybody's interested in hanging out with us for a couple of hours, we will be on from about 2 to 4 p.m. my time. So maybe if you want to just come and hang out and learn something with us, we'd be ever so grateful to have you. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Check out the website. Join the calligraphy class. Check out the paper reviews page. Join the Discord. Share your adventures with us over there. I am an affiliate with Atlas Stationers. When you use my link, you will be contributing to my channel so that I can make better content for all of you. And if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Atlas Stationers or Pen Boutique, use the link in the description. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, everybody, have a great day.